What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fortnite challenge. But today we're doing the military base challenge, where I challenge some fans, you guys watch this video, to make their own military creation, as Fortnite recently added some military things to creative, because there's a military base coming soon in Battle Royale. But what I'm going to be doing today is be challenging every single one of these people here to see who can create the best military base. Now, there'll be 30 minutes on the clock to create something epic. And honestly, there's pretty cool things they can create. They'll choose one block out of the 5 blocks, and they have 30 minutes to create whatever they can come up with out of all these materials here. These materials will be used to make something pretty epic, so hopefully they can make something cool. And without further ado, the time starts now. Everybody pick a square or a block and get to building, dudes. Best of luck. Alrighty, now ideally you don't want to use things like wood and stuff, but looks like somebody Battlehound is just claiming his territory, which I'm gonna delete that. Now there's not a lot of memory left, so for someone to make something cool, they're gonna have to really grab some really interesting walls and creations, as everything is here that they need to make something. And they can even use the prefabs over there to just grab that stuff off those walls if they want to just literally copy any of this stuff. They can, because it's already created. The person that can come up with the most creative looking base wins. And honestly, I'm not even sure what they win, but maybe we can even throw in some V-Bucks into this competition. If you guys enjoy it enough, we can do this regularly, and we can make this a reoccurring thing here on the channel. So let's see how this goes. You guys are doing some crazy builds. Like, when I first thought, like, oh, let's do a military base theme thing, I did not know you guys were this good at building. Like, this is crazy. Oh my god, there is like some seriously good stuff happening here. I see a lot of bunker theme stuff, which is cool, because the bunker allows you to do whatever you want. You can add rooms, you can add like military like armories, you can add guns, you can add so much. So I'm really excited to see what this all comes out to look like, because so far you guys are doing a way better job than I could have ever done. Mine would have looked like, no man, mine would have been terrible. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, mine would have been freaking terrible. Let's see what this thing comes out to be, because you guys you're putting in the work right now. Like, the work that you guys are doing makes it feel like we're battling for V-Bucks. But I think, like I mentioned earlier, if this turns out to be pretty good and enough of you guys watch the video, I can make this like a weekly competition where we have different types of builds and challenges, where I give you guys V-Bucks or gift you guys skins for the best builds. So if that's something you guys want to see, drop the video a like. Don't forget, support the channel, use code GamingWithGarry in the item shop. This is gonna be fun. So the guys have finished. Everyone has finished building. As they were building, I was taking a look at what they were up to. Overall, it took an hour from the start of the recording to now to get this thing to where it's at. So I am super excited to showcase what they have built. So first things first, everybody go to fly above your section, I guess, after we do the first one. So let's do the first one. Everyone come look at it, and we'll walk through it. And whoever's this is, stand right in front of me. Everyone else stand behind me. So just looking at this thing, this is freaking dope. So this is there. So I guess let's walk through this. First thing you see, this place is massive. Again, this was built from scratch. They use every single wall, and they made these windows, and they even made this hangar themselves. None of this was a prefab. It threw some big dump trucks on the sides. And of course, in the comment section, I want you guys to let me know, who do you think had the best design for a military bunker base? As you guys can see, this is some kind of secret bunker they have here with a bunch of different dispatch units for police officers, some nice lighting in here, as well as on top, some kind of hangar for planes. Now, I guess the only issue with the planes is, like, it might be a little hard for them to take off with these rails here, but I really like what they did here. Like the emblems alone with like this deer head, which they made massive, by the way. And of course, this very cool ventilation system that came in the most recent update. This thing from start to finish is very cool looking, because I know the hard work they put into it. On top, we got a whole turret system with a massive antenna to make sure that no one tries to infiltrate their base. And honestly, I really like what they did here. So far, this is my favorite. This is the only one we've seen, so it's my favorite. Let me know in the comment section. This is number 1. So let me know what you guys think of number 1. Moving on to number 2. Oh my. This one is by far, you guys can see, the biggest. So this is, it looks like the wolf base. Whose is this? Stand right in front of me, whoever's this is. All right, this belongs to the Battlehound. Oh, that makes sense. the Battle Hound emblem. You got this big bunker door here. And of course, inside we got some tables with some, I don't know, some tanks. We got a massive, I guess this is like a warehouse. I think the only thing I have to say is I wish this place had more. They built this massive structure, and I'm hoping down here has more stuff. It feels very empty, but again, they only had about 30 minutes to work on this. But downstairs, not too bad. Like a nice little infirmary, like a little medic station. They got something going on here. Where they got some barrels, and of course, where I guess they all sleep. So that's pretty cool as well. And I love those doors. I love the doors that open on their own. I think that's super creative of Fortnite to do. Honestly, really cool. This one could have been really cool. Number 2 could have been super dope if there was just more down here. It just feels with how massive this thing is, there's just not a lot going on. I think that's the biggest problem. When you build a base, you want to make sure you can fill that said base. Sometimes the size of the base doesn't really matter if you can't fill the insides. And that's the biggest problem with these larger bases. On top, he's got this massive turret to defend himself. But no, I think he sort of made a massive base, but there's just not enough stuff to fill it with. And over here, we got Percy's base. And holy, look at this, dudes. We got a freaking electric fence guarding the whole base. Now, it looks like there's 2 types of factions here. We've got the Knights and 2 different types of knights. Of course, these are all from the seasonal teams. I was a part of Lucky Llamas, so big shout out to my Lucky Llama team that didn't do too well in the competitions, but they fought. And here we have, oh dang, that's cool. We've got like a little armory. We've got 3 different types of weapons here, and a command center to, I guess, dispatch his troops. That's pretty freaking cool. I like what he did there. Inside here, just a hangar with different planes, which I think is pretty awesome. And then in here, he has, I guess, a fuselage and where he sleeps. That's pretty awesome as well. So he sleeps there. He's got all these tanks here. And honestly, this is probably not the safest room to sleep in, but no, he's living life on the edge. And then this thing starts the timer. And then when that timer goes off, everyone dies. Rip everybody. So this was number 3. I like what he did here. I think this is awesome. Oh, he also has drift boards here. Dude, this actually, look, if we get a full 360 of this place, he's got major protection. I think this number 3 definitely has the self-defense category. I think if the bases were to go to war, so far it looks like he might be the winner, because man, this base is decked out with different cannons and sizes, and down here we have different cannons. That's cool. The electric fence, I like what he did. I like what number 3 did. Very nice. All right, moving on to number 4. I think the entrance is over here on this side, so let's go over here. Actually, I don't even know where the entrance is. Whoever base this is, you have to, oh, I found the entrance. It's right here. I'm guessing this is the entrance with the bookshelf. I'm not, maybe that isn't the entrance. Let me go maybe the other side. Wait, is the entrance on top maybe? No. How do you get inside this place? I don't even know where to get in. This place is built, oh, here's the entrance. Holy, there's a door right here. All right, so you go inside and you're greeted with lots of rooms. So let's go into this room first, see what we got. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, when you have these big builds, you run into the problem where you can't fill the rooms. But hey, looks like this person's a big fan of reading. What's crazy though is I really like this build as a structure. I think the structure is really cool, but I knew like you guys were gonna have this problem. You're gonna have a problem of filling these rooms because you went so big. And I guess this is the kitchen, so where they eat, like the dining room, the tables and everything. Okay, I like it. I would have liked this. How are you gonna have a toilet and a bathtub just in this open room? Everybody's gotta look at you pee and poop. How are you gonna do that to everybody? What is this over here? All right, we got some rooms here. We will sleep. Bro, you could have added the freaking, this poor people all gotta poop and pee in front of everybody. That's so embarrassing. That is so, poor people. Poor freaking people. They all gotta like just do their stuff in public. So I believe that's everything in this place, which honestly, like I mentioned, this happened to me before. When you go too big, it's really hard to fill all the space. So it's not necessarily about the size of how big the build is, but mainly just how you're able to fill that space. That was number 4. And lastly, we have number 5. Now, number 5, I believe is this the entrance right here? All right, this is the entrance right here. So you go inside and right away you're greeted with some pretty cool stuff. So this is like sort of like a command center feel. And I think a lot of you guys could have done more things around that. Of course, this is the military theme. So how this works is like, you know, you could have had like tons of like command centers and like TVs, all that stuff showcasing different rooms. But I think, is this the entirety of it? Who's the owner of this place? If you're the owner, stand in the middle. Right, he's the owner. Is this everything? Shake yes or no. No, there's more. All right, take me where we gotta go. He has more. There is more. Oh, look at this. Okay, very nice. The outside looks very, very cool. I like what he did with the pipes. And okay, the roof. I like the roof. I like what you did here. Okay, I see you. So I believe that is everything. Is that correct? Is that everything? Yep. Okay, so that's everything. So that was number 5. So number 5, we had like a command center feel going on. Number 4, we had like the very open room. People have to pee and poop in public. Then we had number 3, which was like a massive base of self-defense and more like a hangar. Then we had number 2, which is like a bunker, very, very large, but unfortunately very empty on the inside. And then number 1, we had like a hangar bunker with a very different approach. Now, if I had to choose the winner myself, I would say number 1 and number 3 are by far my favorites. I like what number 2 went for with this massive, like very cool building. I think his building is one of the coolest of all the buildings. So I'll give him credit for that, but it's just so massive. It's missing a lot inside. I think that's the biggest problem with going so big. Number 3, of course, I think had a lot of great defense mechanisms that made it super, super awesome, like the electric fence and all the turrets on top. And then over here with the big, massive cube, I think the cube is cool that they built here with this building, but it's just too empty. It's too big and too empty. And then lastly, the command center. I think this building also had a lot of creative flow to it as well. With just the overall design with the colored roof and the antennas and all that, I think it looks really, really cool. But again, very empty on the inside. So let me know 1 through 5, which was your favorite? And I do have to say, out of all these, I probably could not have done a better job. You guys did an amazing job building your military command base centers. Let me know in the comment section which one you guys thought was by far the best. I want to see some awesome comments down below. Why you like number 1, why you like number 2, why you didn't like number 3, or why you loved 4 and absolutely hated number 5, or loved it, whatever you choose. Let me know in the comment section. Of course, if you guys are new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Drop the video like if you enjoyed it. Use code GamingWithGarry in the item shop. And I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.